And we are back. Appreciate y'all tapping in with me, man. I got a little bit of film. Cowboys beat the hell out of the Jets, man. We ain't talking about nothing else. Let's run it for the cardio, bro. Look, just a couple of plays, just a little mix. And I knew that we were in for a cool little day on defense when I saw Dante Fowler not running the field like a chicken with his head cut off. You feel me? Yeah, I guess Dante been having that problem all week, man, all year. Take a look at Dante here, and we knew that Dante, when he's not blocked, he runs upfield and he runs around in a circle. That's just kind of what Dante does there. But this time, he is the mark. What I mean by the mark, I mean the offense is focused on you. And I be damned, when I saw Dante break down and when I saw Dante put eyes on Justin Fields, I knew this is going to be a different day, because Dante typically don't get patient like that. He runs upfield and kind of get lost in the sauce, which is why, let me just run this forward, which is why when Dante get upfield, bam, 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 what happens is sometimes teams run counters at him. So they'll pull and hit Dante right there, or they'll, run something like right behind him to some running back behind him. And I think that's what they were going for, right? But it's time, like blockers. The ball carrier was here. So they was going to do this behind Dante, right? The best thing that he could possibly do in this situation was break down, stay at home, get eyes on Justin Fields, get his hands up, bat down the pass. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I know we see Kenny Clark over here in the cut. Kenny Clark was tracking that damn football. But according to, Greg Olsen and, buddy that he's broadcasting with, that the ball went up and hit the camera there. Now, if Kenny Clark would have gotten an interception here and he would have, been one of the leading guys in sacks on our team, then I definitely would have been on here talking about how much better he is than Michael Parsons. But we missed an opportunity. But good play from Dante. And it kind of made me mad a little bit, because the left tackle for the Jets, Olu Fashionable, former first-round pick from Penn State, like a top 10 pick, I believe, something like that. What I really, what really got me hating, right, is because if you back up to like the past few teams that we've, played against, that would be Braxton Jones, or I forgot his name, 63 for Green Bay. James Hudson. When James Hudson went out, Marcus Mbo. Just different tackles for, the Giants, Bears, these various teams that the Cowboys should have been taking advantage of. It seems like Dante Fowler couldn't beat those dudes, right? This is the second best left tackle that the Cowboys have gone against all year. Mailata is one. He's the Eagle. It is what it is. If you lose reps against Jordan Mailata, I can live with that. I'm kind of mad that all of a sudden Dante Fowler's getting busy versus an offensive lineman that I just knew was going to be giving him a hard time. Now, going back to preseason, Dante Fowler, I had a feel like he was going to win matchups like this versus guys like Olu. But when you don't beat third string dudes, I would imagine that first round picks would be whooping your ass. But Dante Fowler had a hell of a day. So I don't know what happened in terms of did White Cotton change up some coaching points? Did he talk to the guys about the, ball get off, or maybe they're not reading the run as much, and maybe that's why the run was bad? I don't know. We need a couple more games to figure it out, but Dante Fowler did get his fair share of pressure today. One more time versus Olu with the good feet, man. Dante made me sick, man. He must have been drunk them other games, man, because if we would have gotten this dude, if the rest of the defense was still trash, if we would have simply had Dante Fowler doing what we know Dante Fowler could be, bro, those games could have went totally different. We were like one stop away in most of those games from winning, bro. Where was this guy? I would hope that Dante remains, playing like this. How about this play? Ladies and gentlemen, we got a running back. I'm going to go ahead and play it, and I'm going to come back and talk about it, break it down. Y'all know how we do. Y'all know how we do them here. Cool little action, man. A whole lot of stuff happens right here, man. Just a lot of little breakdowns that I can give you. First of all, we just got some little motion back and forth from Brevis Span 4. Hey, I'm about done with old Luke, you know what I'm saying? If we want to move forward with just Brevin, that's fine. But this is what Clayton Adams brings to the party here. We were constantly getting whooped by pin and pull stuff. You know what I mean? We're finally bringing pin and pull stuff to the party. So we got 2 pins and a pull from our guy TJ Bass there. Now, what's important about these pins? Take a look at the alignment here of your tight end and your left tackle, Schoonmaker and Terrence. They're kind of squared here, but what you want is no other way to say this. You want them to be turned. You want them to turn their defender this way, right? So we're gonna go boom, and what you see, bring it back just a little bit. Very, very intricate stuff here. They're kind of square with their blockers here. But what the goal is a pin. So I want to pin you to the inside. So what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to turn our ass. Right? We're going to have to turn. And this really relies on grip strength and flipping our hips and things like this, right? Take a look at the grip right there. Take a look at the grip right there. We kind of want to pull with those outside hands, right? So via us pulling, we really want to get those guys turned. So now it turns into a fight. Why is this a fight? This is Quentin Williams, by the way, with Terrence Steele. Why is this a fight? Because if we're going as an offense this way, the one thing that you don't want Quentin Williams and number 94 here to do is to go that way. So what we're doing is we're pinning, right? We're pinning so that boom and boom, so we can have two lead blockers for Javonte when he gets his run to the outside. And you really see Luke. I was just poo-pooing on Luke. I'm being funny. I'm being serious about Brevin, but I'm being funny. Luke did get a fantastic block right here, bam, and a good little turn. Now, once we're clear, and look, what I mean by clear is once our puller has gotten around you, then you can lose a little bit of ground. You know what I mean? So Luke Schoonmaker versus this edge guy, I don't mind Luke losing a little bit of ground because puller has already cleared here. Terrence Steele is giving Quentin Williams fits, but it is what it is. Bring it back. Brock Hoffman is gonna climb to a linebacker. He's gonna miss. He's gonna miss. Yeah, okay, cool. He's climbing to 44. It didn't get there, but we still got Lipke lead blocking, take care of the business, bam. And you still see Brock Hoffman kind of looking for somebody to block, and I'm grateful for that. Didn't get him neither. But what we eventually saw from Javonte is power. You know what I mean? So he's just gonna thump and run through people till he gets to the end zone. Fantastic. Same concept on the other side, right? We're gonna get our little motion, and shouts out to Clayton Adams. He never makes it look different. He never makes it look the same. None of these looks look the same. It's always something different. Similar play, but instead of two pins, you get one pin, and instead of a pin from the inline tight end spot, we're gonna get a pin from Brevin out wide, right? So what we're gonna get is boom and a pull from your left tackle there. And look, shouts out to Big Nate Thomas. Hold on, let me bring it back a little bit. Shouts out to Big Nate Thomas right here. Wham, getting to the outside, lead blocking. Who this was? Tolbert getting in on it right there. Shouts out to you. Lipke getting involved. Bam. Big Nate. Bam. Ladies and gentlemen, yes, we have a running back. But we got a run game, ladies and gentlemen, to where even when the backup guys in there, the run game getting busy. Take a look at Hakeem Adeniji and how he's kind of climbing and navigating, getting upfield. Bam. Putting a little bit of thump on folk. You know what I mean? Let me tell y'all something. Like there's a message that's being echoed throughout the room. There's a message that's being echoed throughout the room. I would hope Jerry Jones show up with a big brown paper bag full of money for Clayton Adams, because I want to hold on to him for a couple more years, man. Hey, we talked about easy buttons, right? What easy way to get Flo involved, right? Just kind of dump it down to him. What I like about it is Flo isn't just running the field and turning around. People was asking, yo, Voch, Shotty calls plays where guys run the field and turn around. Yeah, but like it's different and it's unique and it's like earned, right? Like after whooping you downfield and we make the DBs back up a little bit, then we run a field and turn around. Like this play, for example, right here, you got Flournoy. Can I see y'all on the screen? Yeah, cool. Y'all can see. We got Flournoy on the edge of the screen here. And look, Flournoy is a little bigger, so when he thump a little bit, he can actually disrupt the edge guy. Bam, good little size to him. But don't forget, this is an unblocked guy, so we just kind of thumping him for a little bit. The idea of this is a catch and throw quick pass, bam, to Flo. So yeah, any other administration would just have Flo running upfield and turning around. This time, Flo is going to cause disruption, then turn, bam, catch the ball and do his thing. Getting a couple more yards of yak on the back end too. I thought this play was really fun. Let me just go ahead and run it so I don't get on y'all nerves, and then we'll come back and give it a good little breakdown here. This was the D ball to Flow on the right side here after the offsides from Will McDonald, free play type stuff. And I just want to highlight Flow. And really, we can highlight all these guys. We can highlight Dak a little bit, right? For just IDing what's in front. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the hard count, right? Let's just talk about the hard count for a little bit. Dak going up, saying Hutton the ball not necessarily being hiked, right? Yeah, you can look at the hard count and say that it's for getting the other team to jump outside, but in real life, what we're trying to do is dictate coverage and make you show who you really are. So when Dak walks up to the line of scrimmage and he says Hut, he's looking around for information. If we would have saw this character walk down after Dak said Hut and like jump a little bit, then that lets us know that, okay, you're probably blitzing, but if not, then you're faking a little bit, right? So we just running this thing, and Dak is boom calling the hard count here, but he's, so let's just say if Will McDonald didn't jump outsides, right? If he didn't jump outsides, that gives Dak information that this guy is not blitzing. So maybe we can call a play to where, or maybe just slide the offensive line in a way that we're not worried about this guy. Because look, he was walked up at first. And if I'm Dak, if I'm the running back, if I'm the offensive line, I am worried about that guy. But calling fake Hut makes him dictate himself. It makes him show what you really are in coverage or whatever, right? So that's one of the main reasons why we do hard counts, not just to get you to jump off sides. But in the event that you jump outside,
did you hear what I said?
You do have Will McDonald kind of jumping off sides here. And shouts out to Brock Hopping for the very heads up play. I see you jump off sides. I'm snapping the ball immediately, and you can tell Dak wasn't even ready. But it is what it is. This is a fire play, like fire, like emergency. They jump, go do something downfield. Dak bobbles the football a little bit, and we get the ball downfield to Flournoy. Let me give a little respect to Flo. Because honestly, Dak just kind of throwing that joint down there anywhere. A little respect to Flo. You can actually see him change his tempo a little bit, how he's tracking the football. So Flo, looking downfield, you can see him slowing down a little bit right there, right? You see him flying, and he slows down and he gets back inside. This is kind of tough because on a deep ball, Flo is expecting the ball to be like out here somewhere, but Flo slows down and he has to adjust to the ball being on the inside, which is okay because Flo is a damn pro, and he should be able to readjust to the ball being down there. And most importantly, Flo like wide receiver 4 now for us, It's guaranteed, especially when Lamb and Turpin get back. But Flo gets to the inside, finds the football, bam, and this character just got grass stains all over his damn black jersey. Now look, dog, if you wanted to wear green, just don't wear the black. You know what I'm saying? Got this grass all over your jersey. They pay a lot of money for that kind of polyester and cotton just for you to be falling around putting stains all in your jersey and your socks. And then you getting off the ground, you putting stains in your gloves. Sir, get up. Flournoy keeps on running, and then once he gets grabbed by this individual right here, let me just back up a little bit. Once he kind of gets grabbed by this individual like this, Flo kind of take him on a ride for another 5 or 6 or so yards. So we're dealing with Flo being a gangster and a yak guy. Hey, man. Film was fun to watch, but don't forget, I know y'all kind of tapped in over here, and I know most of y'all are aware that we've been getting busy over there at the Crown Global Media headquarters or whatever, but we do film over there too. So I'm dropping film here to see more film and different films. I'm not dropping the same film over here that I've been dropping over there. Go over to Crown Global Media and tap into the Doing All Right podcast and the Scout's Eye that we do every Tuesday and Thursday. So on Tuesday, tomorrow, I'll be breaking down some more plays that are different from these plays. I love y'all to pieces, man. Y'all hold down till next time. Peace.